This is Leonardo from the HeatBoys HEFIG TMNT line. We're going to be reviewing the deluxe version with bonus that I got from Bombasby. He is a really cool figure and has some great accessories, but is not quite perfect and can be a little bit fiddly. Oni's pretty big at 1/9 scale. This is also my first HeatBoys figure, so let's see if they're worth it. If you want to grab some HeatBoys or other cool figures, there will be affiliate links down below. The deluxe version comes with 2 boxes and there is a backdrop thing holding them together. The standard box has 2 trays and instructions. The deluxe accessory pack also has 2 trays and more instructions. So there is a good bunch of stuff. Let's take a look at the figure. Out of the box, this is what Leo looks like. Pretty big and beefy boy, which depends on your collection, you may or may not mind. Of course, we need to complete his bandana because, well, there is a massive hole in his head. You have an option of 2 bandana back bits. Kind of just plug it in there, although this one is a little bit loose, so it doesn't really want to stay in there properly. This one also seems to have that issue, doesn't really want to go in properly. But I guess you could just get some like tack and stick it on there. The first one is a kind of windswept to the side piece. It looks pretty cool. And this one just kind of flows straight back. The face looks good, nicely textured and detailed. So it's got some texture on it and there's some nice shading and stuff as well. So I don't know if it's because of the scale, 1/9 of course, or just the painting and finishing. It does look quite impressive. For the chest and I guess the bottom of the shell does look quite nice as well, very nicely detailed, very nicely painted and textured up. So all these lines you'll be able to feel them as well, and I'm pretty sure when you move it back there's some allowance, so it won't be gapping or cut up too much. Belt and these are like armor pieces, I suppose, and the pouches, they do look very nice as well. So it is all just plastic, but it is kind of finished to look like metal, which is done well. Going down to the legs and the feet, the knee pads, bandages and straps, all nicely finished up. And so different colors, but the shading and I guess the overall finish and look, they do go together very well. Bottom of the feet does say QC passed, so that is good. Arms also nicely textured, some elbow pads there and the little blue straps. I think there is a tiny bit of a mold line, but it's not too noticeable. Back of the shell also very nicely done in a brown with some wash and shading there, so that's good. These little things, they don't stand out too much, so not too bad, and we can do some stuff with the shell as well. The shell does raise a little bit, although you can't rotate it, but we can kind of take a little peek underneath and that's kind of what it looks like. So it is all painted and finished up under the shell as well, besides the joint there. For the default head sculpt, he's just kind of got a stern, serious look. It is nicely detailed, it is nice and simple as well, so I think that looks good. Popping the head off, nice and simple, and that is what it looks like inside. He does have a serious teeth gritted expression, which also looks nice. And there is some nice detailing on the teeth as well. There is also a limited exclusive bonus off of Bombasby. A pretty cool metal ninja mask kind of thing. I will say, however, that these the dangly bits are loose on all the head sculpt, so that is a bit unfortunate. For standard accessories, we also have a grappling hook. It does have a real string on it, and it goes, about, how long does it go? It goes off the screen, so that long, and the turtle is this big. Cool for pictures and stuff, I guess, but the string doesn't hold in place, but the grapple and this shell winder thing does look good. I think you can just plug it onto the back there. There you go, holds on well, although I would be careful because, well, it will unravel quite easily, and it can get annoying if you have to rewind it all the time. Next up we have a little turtle comms unit thing, nicely done as well. You can open it up, which is pretty cool, a little bit tight, so be careful with it. It is connecting a cord to April. And these things open up too, although be very careful because they are quite thin and a little bit tight to move out, and there's a bit of paint rubbing there as well. So cool little accessory, but just be gentle with it. You can also plug it into the other hole in his shell. Last item on the top layer of the tray is this kind of strap, shoulder armor, sword holder thing. It is a kind of soft plastic, so let's see how well it works. Should be able to pop off this part of the shell, just like that, and it should match up to this one. I believe what we can do is kind of put it on like a shirt over his arms. Thankfully he does have pretty good range, so shouldn't be too hard to do. Probably a lot harder to do it on camera. The main thing is getting these two parts over his arms. A little bit more wriggling and shouldn't be too bad. So that's kind of taking form now. Once it's done, should look something like this. I think that extra piece of shoulder armor and these straps in the chest really do add to the aesthetic. From the back, I don't think the shell part is plugged in properly, but you know, it's not going to go anywhere. What do you think of Leo so far? Do let me know. Of course, there are a lot more fun things in the second tray. There are a good bunch of hands. By default, he's got 3-finger fisty hands. He's got a pair of, I guess you can hold stuff with these hands. Yep, that works. Just kind of casual gesture hands. Widespread open hands. Holding hands number 1. Holding hands number 2. And holding hands number 3. There is a little bit of a difference between them. Slice of pizza, very important, of course. I guess the second last hands are the best to hold the pizza, although don't expect it to be super tight. Actually, it's not bad. You have to make sure that he holds the crust though. He's got 3 kunai. They are pretty small and he can't really hold them too well. But they do look cool though. And you can slot them into his armor. He's got a little knife and sheath. A little bit of excess plastic in there on mine, but should be able to slot it right in. Very carefully you can slot it in there. Not sure if that's as far as it's meant to go, but the loop is not actually super soft plastic, so let's just leave it at that for now. So we got a lot of good gear already. Of course, he's got 2 katana with matching sheaths. Unsheathed, they look like this. Pretty cool, but also very big because 1/9 scale. Now with this poofy thing on his shell, should be able to slide them in. Can be a little bit difficult to do because it's not super soft plastic once again, which is probably something that it should have been. Okay, so it was a little bit hard to do, but just take your time with it. So slot one in first, and then the other one, you want to insert it from the bottom. And you might get some paint transfer. And do be careful because this thing is a little bit loose and, well, the belt thing it's not actually, or the loop thing, it's not actually super soft plastic, so that could have been done better, but it does work. He also does have a slash effect piece, which is pretty cool. Just carefully slot it on to one of the katana. Actually, you can just insert it like this because it is a bit of a bendy plastic. So it looks like this. HeatBoys Leo, with all his standard gear, looks something like this. And I do realize one of the katana is backwards. So those were all the standard accessories. But of course, we're going to go through the deluxe stuff as well. The stand base is pretty nice. Plug this thing in the back. Screw this into the arm. Attach the claw. Screw this into there. And you're good to go. Of course, this is bendy as well. Just be careful of this thing falling off. There is a massive Buster Sword, which is very, very cool. Got a little symbol there. And very nicely done and detailed. It is literally as tall as the figure itself. There is an extra pair of, I guess, skateboarding Kawabunga hands. There's an extra yelling head, which is nicely done as well. Teeth and tongue details, pretty good. The straps also don't really plug in properly, unfortunately. What I think is super cool is that he's got a hat and a scarf piece. And the hat is magnetic. Scarf piece simply goes on like that. Pop his head back on, just like that. It gives a very good balance to the figure, I reckon. He's got the shoulder pad on one side, and then the scarf flows to the other side. To complete the look, simply put the hat on like that. Very, very cool. Holds on pretty well too. Just to note that all his heads are magnetized, so if you don't have the bonus head, then no worries. Honestly, magnetic hats are the best thing ever. This is also a bendy plastic. And this thing also moves a bit. Finally, we have a skateboard, which is also very nicely done. I think that just, whoops, that just came off there. Says Leonardo on the deck. It is slightly textured. Wheels do turn. And I think overall, just looks very, very nice. And there are two effect pieces. Just plug them into the back. There we go. To make things super simple, it is magnetized. Holds on well, and my desk has no room. Something like that, right? So what do you think of his deluxe accessories? Are they worth grabbing or not? Articulation with all the gear, because that's kind of more realistic. Head will turn around nice and smoothly. Tilt at the top there, very well. Nod like that. So it is a very, very smooth movement. I wouldn't say it's loose because it still holds quite well, but yeah. Bottom of the neck has some range as well, so I guess max tilt with the straps there. It's like that. That's pretty good, I reckon. What else is there? That's pretty much it, right? Of course, you can force it a little bit more if it doesn't have the strap there. And then going up, something like that. So even with these straps, I wouldn't say it gets in the way too much for the head. Arms will raise to the side like that. This one, of course, there is the shoulder pad there. And these straps, they are soft plastic, but not too soft. So, I don't know what I'm saying. They don't really get in the way anyway, so that's fine, I guess. Going all the way up, of course, this arm is fine. This one has the shoulder pad, so it will go... I mean, yeah, no, I think that's fine anyway. The shoulder straps, or rather the straps themselves, just kind of ride up a little bit. Kind of Revoltech joints going forwards, so that is completely fine. What are these called? The butterflies. So naturally, I guess the butterflies pulled back, like that. Butterflies forwards, something like that. So range is actually really good. The straps are designed in a way that still allows for quite good range, which is nice. What are we missing? This is a very interesting bicep rotation, because it's not like a straight cut. It kind of goes in an angle. You can see what I mean, right? For elbow bends, they will bend like that. So there is a double elbow, as you can see there. And then coupled with that, there is also this thing here. So it doesn't rotate, it just goes back and forth. Like I mean, I wouldn't say a second elbow, it's like the forearm, right? But just at the cut there, it will allow him to bend all the way like that, which is pretty good. Actually, it's pretty good range there. For the wrists, pretty standard stuff, so rotates, and then in whichever direction can't see it, there it is, so it goes like that, of course. Range isn't crazy there, but I think it's okay. At the back, not really anything going on there, so this thing always pops out, which is a little bit annoying. Shell does move a little, but with these straps, it doesn't move that much. Be careful of these swords, because this thing is kind of just weak. It's probably going to fall off there. Nothing a little glue can't fix, which is fine. I think I've got the backwards, so that is the backwards range. Upper torso rotates. Can rotate very well, so that is what his back looks like. And then tilts, also very good. Forward bend, can't really see, hold on. Forward bend, like that. Backward bend, although that is using a bit of the hip as well. I don't really know where to hold. So let me see if I can just, yeah, it's kind of the upper torso. Full backwards bend, a little bit more, about that much. Yeah, tilts, forward bends and wobbles, pretty good actually, not bad at all. At the hip there, or the belt, there is extra range as well, so forwards a little bit more, and then backwards. I mean, it's kind of hard to move, but you can kind of see it there. Right, so the upper torso, and then middle piece, and then the lower hip belt section also has some range. And I do like how they've hidden the copyright behind the shell, so it's very, very subtle. Legs raised to the sides, about that much. Don't force anything. Forward kick. So it has to kick off a little bit to the side there, but forward kick. Whoops, there goes one of the kunai. Forwards kick, something like that. Backwards kick. Also, I mean, no, it doesn't have to be to the side. So just the forward kick. Ow, just stabbed myself on the kunai again. So be careful if you have the kunai in when you're moving it about. Oh dear God. So backwards, looks like that. Thigh rotation, very nice and smooth there. Can also wobble about. Knees bend like so. A little bit tight there, but not too bad. Okay, let's redo some of that. So without all his stuff, he can kind of split all the way to the side like that, which is very good. Knees are quite, or legs rather, are quite similar to the arms. So there are double knees like that. And then this part here is on a, I guess, separate joint. And this one can rotate. So this one can rotate, go up and down like that. So on this leg as well. It's a little bit loose on mine. The knees are nice and tight, but Yeah, a little bit loose there. It's not too bad. Feet go down, feet go up. Tilt a little bit. Separate toesies, up and down and up. So actually the range for such a bulky dude is actually pretty good, even with all his gear and straps on, though of course you gotta be careful when moving him about with the gear because stuff will fall off and then you might misgrab something. So butterflies do have a very good range, like that. Going backwards without the gear, similar because the shell is there. Forwards, backwards once again, like that. Both arms will be able to reach upwards very well and do stretchy poses like so. Torso will, I guess, be kind of similar, although it is a lot easier to move without his strappy bits. A little look at the back, that is what that looks like. A little bit gappy, but of course covered by the shell, so no worries there. Hip movement, pretty much the same stuff, and legs will of course be the same. Shell kind of moves like that. And there's like a little upper leg piece there as well. So yeah, you'll probably be able to get him into most poses that you want. And you feel super sturdy to move around as well, which is nice. For height, HeatBoys Leo is about 20 centimeters or 8 inches. Add 1 centimeter for the hat. So what do you think of him? He's definitely got a very good bunch of accessories, whether it's the standard or deluxe version. Overall, Leo is an awesome figure, but of course some stuff can be a bit fiddly. The supposed soft plastic is actually pretty stiff and some accessories could have been done better. For example, the fitment of the bandana bits weren't great. And actually I managed to get them to plug in pretty well to most of the heads by shaving it down a little bit. But still, it should have been good out of the box. There are some other things like the sheaths and the straps at the back and the kunai holders might be prone to breaking. That said, the issues are not too bad and you can probably fix it with some glue. If you want to grab some HeatBoys or other figures, do consider using my affiliate links down below. Always appreciate that. Check out my Instagram and other socials at NoGoodFigures. And we do also have a Discord via YouTube membership or Patreon if you are interested. Thanks for watching and I'll see you again next time.